There we go. Okay, so welcome to your Pilates class. So hopefully you're all feeling fit and well. If you want to use your squishy Pilates balls for this one, you can. You don't have to though, you can do it all without. So we're going to start standing. So if you bring your feet together on your mat, take your toes out to 10 and 2, lift your heels and level them up so that you've got your feet underneath your hips. So from there, I just want you to soften your knees slightly. You're just going to start to gently sway. So you're going into your toes and then into your heels. So just keep it really, really small. So forwards into your toes and then back into your heels. Oh, back of my legs are so toasty with the heater on. So if you want to make this bigger, you can start to lift your heels and then take your heels down and lift your toes. So just go to wherever you feel comfortable. So if it feels a bit too wobbly, just keep it a bit smaller. Okay, so gradually make this smaller and smaller. So you're going to try and find the point in the middle. I like that Jess just joining in herself. Okay, so find that middle point. So I said equal weight front and back and side to side. So again, keep your knees a little bit soft. You're just going to go into your pelvic tilt. So either hand front and back or hand on your hips. You're going to tip your pelvis forwards. So trying to pour the water out of the front of your pelvis and then tuck under and pour the water out the back. So tucking forwards and then back. This always feels so good, doesn't it, this bit? I think I could just do this. So just go as far as you feel comfortable. So remember, we're not forcing anything. Just listen to your own body as we're going through. So again, make this smaller and smaller. So we're trying to find the point at which you'd have your water level in your pelvis, so there's no water pouring out the front or the back. So gradually making it smaller and smaller until you find that point in the middle. Once you've found it, I just want you to hold it there. So tuck your bottom ribs in slightly. So as you tuck them in, you should feel your tummy muscles switching on. And then just roll your shoulders back and place your arms down by your side. So put that balloon on top of your head, so you're going to lift up nice and tall, so really create that space between your vertebrae and your spine, and then tuck your chin in slightly. So you're going to take an inhale from there, inhale through your nose. As you exhale through your mouth, just turn your head to the side. You're going to inhale back to the center, and then exhale as you go the other way. So still keeping that length through your spine, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. So it's inhale to center, exhale as you turn to the side. So again, just go as far as you feel comfortable, and we're not forcing anything. So shoulders are staying still. So what I don't want is shoulders coming with you. They're going to stay nice and still. So it's exhale as you go across, inhale back to center, exhale the other way. So if you want to here, as you get to the side, you can add a little nod. So it's inhale to center, exhale across and nod your chin towards your shoulder. Again, only do it if it feels good. And we're not forcing anything. So let's just do 2 more each way. So still keeping that length through your spine. Let's do 1 more each side. Once you've done your last one, bring yourself back to the center. Okay, so I'm just going to keep, if you want to use your ball for this one, you can, so you can have hold of the ball in front of you. So if you're doing it without, just do what I'm doing. So if you've got the ball here, keep your pelvis in its neutral position, so tuck your pelvis under slightly, shoulders stay down. You're going to take an inhale and an exhale as you circle the arm around, let your upper body rotate, bring it back in front of you. If you've got the ball, this is where you switch hands. And then do the same on the other side. So full inhale and an exhale as you rotate round. So starting to warm up your shoulders as well as your thoracic spine, so the middle of your spine. So full inhale and exhale. Keep your eyes on either the ball or the hand that's moving. And again, don't force it. So if it doesn't feel comfortable going quite so big, just make it a little bit smaller. That's fine. Just keep checking that your shoulders are staying away from your ears. Let's do 1 more each side, and then we're going to switch directions. If you need to give your arms a little shake off first, you can. So same thing, but rather than circling up and over, you're going to go down this time. So you're going to circle down. So we've done backstroke, now we're doing front crawl. We're circling it round and in. Obviously never try and do front crawl like this, you'll drown. So if this doesn't feel good going in this direction, just stick with the other one, that's fine. So still inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and keeping your hips facing forward. So one more each side. Arms should be nice and warm by now. Last one. And then just give it a little shake off. Okay, so we're going to go into your side bends next. So you can either do them with your feet underneath your hips, or you can make it into more of a balance. So you can either just bring your feet closer together, or have one foot slightly forwards, or have it directly in front. So this is the hardest version. So whichever one you're doing, make sure you bring your, I'm going to go for that one I think, bring your pelvis into its neutral position, roll your shoulders back and down. So you're going to exhale as you lean to the side, inhale as you come back to the center, and then exhale as you go the other way. So keeping your upper body, imagine it's trapped between two panes of glass, so you're not leaning forwards or backwards, you're just leaning to the side. So it's exhale as you go across, inhale as you come back to center. So if the option that you're on feels too difficult, then go for a different one. If it feels too easy, then try a harder one. So if you've got 1 foot forwards, switch them over. If you're doing either feet together or feet apart, keep going with what you're doing. So again, pelvis in neutral, exhale to the side, inhale to the center. So really switch your pelvic floor on and breathe. So exhaling across, inhaling to center. So we're going to go for 2 more each way. So again, just go as far as you feel comfortable. 1 more each side. Oh, it's making me want to yawn. And then bring yourself back to the center. So just give everything a little bit of a shake off. We're going to start going into our roll down. So if you take yourself to the back of your mat, I'm going to stay in the middle since you're close to the wall. And I want to be next to the heater. So you're going to reach your arms up over your head. So really stretch, really create that length through your spine. Take an inhale there. As you exhale, bring the arms down to your side. Tuck your chin into your chest. Fold your shoulders, hollow your abdominals. Keep your knees soft and start to round about halfway down. Take an inhale when you stop. And then exhale as you stack 1 vertebra at a time. Keep your chin tucked in. When you get to the top, lift the arms up over your head. And then same again. So it's exhale, arms come down to the side, chin goes to your chest. Fold the shoulders, hollow your abdominals and start to round down towards the floor. You can go a little bit further this time if you want to. Let your head stay heavy. Inhale as you pause and exhale as you come back up. So remember, if you need any extra breaths, just take them. If you want to add an extra breath at the bottom and just hang for a moment, you're welcome to. Just really create that length at the top of the move. And then rounding yourself down. Bend your knees as much as you need to if you want to come further down. And imagine you've got a heavy weight on your chair, on the top of your head. So you're keeping your chin tucked in as you roll back up. Should we just do 20 minutes of this? So we're going to go for another 4, but just really take your time with it. So you're trying to get those vertebrae moving 1 at a time. And like I said, really let your head hang heavy and stacking 1 vertebra up at a time. So you're not just hinging back up, you're rolling up and reaching those arms up over your head. Well, don't keep going with this one. I'm just going to have a little check on my live people. So rounding down 1 vertebra at a time. Keep some softness in your knees so you're never locking your knees out. Keep the chin really tucked in. That's it. Inhale when you pause. And exhale as you stack it back up really nice and slowly. Hoping someone's been counting. I feel like we should have one more. So when you get to your last one, you're going to roll yourself down onto the mat. If you've still got another one to do, just keep going until you've finished your 4. So when you finish, bring yourself down onto the mat, sit yourself into your child's pose, or just sit yourself back, whatever feels comfortable, and just take a breather. Okay, so bring yourself up when you're ready. I'm just going to grab my Pilates ball. Like I said, you can do this one without if you don't want to use it. Okay, so option 1, we're doing our super. I just want to call it Spider-Man. It's not Spider-Man, it's Superman. Should we call it Superwoman? That seems better, right? So you're going to be in this position, and we're just doing the legs. We're going to be lifting and lowering. Okay, so the option with the ball is you will have, we're just going to do one leg at a time. So if you're going to do your right leg first, you're going to have your left hand on the ball out in front of you, and we're going to be here. Okay, so let me talk you through your setup first. So if you're doing it without the ball, you're going to have either both hands underneath your shoulders, or you can just have your left hand forwards and just lightly resting on the floor. You want to find your neutral spine and have your knees underneath your hips. So go through your cat-cow stretches to find that neutral spine if you need to. So you're trying to find that halfway position between the two, and then create some length through your spine. So imagine you've got a piece of string pulling you from the top of your head in one direction, and the base of your spine in the opposite direction. We'll try and do the same leg first. So we're going to keep our left leg still. It's only our right leg that's going to move. And then you can either have your, what did I just say? Right leg is going to move and left leg is going to stay still. That's what I mean. Your left hand is either underneath your shoulder, out in front, or resting on the ball. Okay? So from here, as you exhale, slide that right leg away, and you can lift it if you want to. And then inhale as you bring it back in. So it's exhale, slide it away, and lift. If you are doing the lift, keep it really small, because I don't want you arching your back, so you need to keep that spine in its neutral position. So you might find that just doing the leg sliding out is enough. So you want to keep that back nice and still, so there's no twisting. So it's exhale as you extend, inhale as you bring it back in. If you need to take a breather at any point, just take one, because it's going to get quite intense on your wrist, particularly if you're also doing project press up at the moment. So I can feel my arms off that this morning. So exhale as you slide away, inhale as you bring it back in. So the thing to watch for is that you're not allowing your pelvis to twist. So what I don't want to see is any of this sort of twisting happening. So your pelvis wants to stay square to the floor, as does your chest. So exhale as you take it out, inhale as you draw it back in. If you want to make it slightly harder for the last few, you can tuck that knee in and round your spine as you come in, and then exhale as you take it out. So it's inhale, draw it in, add a little crunch, and then exhale as you slide it out. So whichever version you're doing, let's go for another 4. So really imagine you've got that tray of drinks on your back, so as you're extending out, you don't want to spill any of those drinks. Whenever you finish your last one, or once you've had enough, just sit yourself into your child's pose and just give your wrists a little bit of a release. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so opposite leg, opposite hand this time. So again, use the ball if you want to. So you're either going to have both hands underneath your shoulders, or one hand under and one hand forwards. Knees underneath your hips, and spine in neutral. I can't get my words out today. So you're going to exhale as you extend that leg. Inhale as you bring it back in. So make sure you're breathing. Keep your neck in line with your back, and remembering that tray of drinks. So if you want to add the lift, you can, but make sure you're not arching your spine. So exhale as you extend, inhale as you bring it back in. So really focus on your breathing, keeping your pelvic floor switched on, and keeping that sort of corset feeling on as well, so that 30%. So it's exhale as the leg goes out, inhale as you bring it back in. So if you are using the ball and it gets too much, feel free to just bring your hand underneath your shoulders instead, that's fine. So really nice long spine. So imagine you're being pulled from the top of your head in one direction and the base of your spine in the other. You're looking somewhere in front of your hands, so you're not looking at your knees, you're looking down at the floor in front of your hands. So keep a nice length at the back of your neck. So if anyone wants to add in that little crunch as well, you can. So as you inhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. And then exhale as you slide it out. So whichever level feels best for you. So we're going to go for 5 more. So Laura, just try and lift your, you started to do this a little bit. So tuck your pelvis under slightly. That's it. So exhale as you extend. Inhale as you draw back in. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Whenever you finish your last one, or once you've had enough, just sit yourself back and give your wrists a little bit of a release. Good job. Okay, so when you're ready, bring yourself into your seated position. I've got one side of my body that's really lovely and toasty. Our electricity meter inside will just be like whirring around like crazy. Okay, so if you sit yourselves up nice and tall, you can use your ball for this one as well if you want to have it behind you to roll back onto in a moment. Entirely up to you. So you're going to take hold gently at the back of your knees and sit as tall as you can. So I really want you to focus on rounding into your spine. So as you exhale, imagine you're trying to tip all that water out of the back of your pelvis and then round into your spine and turn it into that C shape. You're going to inhale as you pause and then exhale as you slowly scoop yourself back up and sit nice and tall. So imagine your spine being, what shape am I going for? L to J to C. So nice and tall at the top, turn it into that J shape at the bottom, then into a C shape. Inhale as you pause, exhale as you scoop yourself back up. So this is option 1. If you want option 2, same thing, but take your arms out in front of you. So you're exhaling as you round into your spine. Going back as far as you feel comfortable. Inhale as you pause. And exhale as you come back up. So if you go to a point where you have to hold your breath, that's too far. So you need to be able to breathe all the way through. So exhaling as you're rounding back. Inhaling as you're pausing. And exhaling as you come back up. So if you'd rather keep hold of the back of your knees, that's absolutely fine. If you've got a band, you could hook that round your feet and use that just to give you a little bit of support to come back up. If you want to use your ball, you're going to have it behind you. Just make sure it's not going to roll away anywhere. So you'd exhale, roll back until you're onto the ball. So we're not arching over the top of it, you're just using it to rest on as you inhale. And then exhale as you slowly bring yourself back up. So if you're wanting to go all the way down, you're welcome to. Oh, my ball's off. Is it coming back? Nearly, there we go. Okay, so if you're wanting to go all the way back, really control it nice and slowly all the way down. You can float your arms over your head, but keep your rib cage tucked in. And then exhale, slowly bring it back up. If you get a little bit stuck, use your elbows just to get over that first little bit. And then use your tummy muscles to come up the rest of the way. So I say choose whatever level feels best for you. It needs to be slow, so what I don't want to see is any of this coming down and then just like flinging yourself back up. That's not using your tummy muscles. It's officially called cheating. So it's exhaling to go back, inhaling to pause, or inhale at the bottom, and then exhale as you slowly bring it back up. So again, choose whatever option feels best for you. So if these feel too much, go down an option. So if you are floating your arms over your head at the bottom, keep your rib cage tucked in. So whatever version you're going for, let's do another 4. So it's exhaling back, inhaling to pause, exhaling to come back up. So whenever you finish your last one, we're going to stay on the floor. You're going to hug your knees into your chest. So when you finish your last one, or once you've had enough, roll all the way down onto the floor, give your knees a little hug, and have a little rock side to side if you want it. Can't imagine why Mum's not laying on the floor. It's not like there's 20 kilograms of puppy trying to jump on her head. Okay, so again, you can use your ball for this last one if you want to, or you can do it without. It's entirely up to you. So if you are using the ball, you're going to put it at the base of your spine. So it should be, oh, it's cold. It should be resting on the back of your pelvis and the lower part of your spine. If you're not using the ball, you can have your hands in that sort of shape underneath your back if you want to, or just be laying on the floor. It's entirely up to you. So arms down by your side, shoulders away from your ears. You're going to float one leg and then the other up into the air. So particularly if you're on the ball, make sure you've got that neutral spine position. So we're not flaring our ribs, we're not sagging into the ground. So with both feet at the same time, I want you to take an inhale. As you exhale, draw them both towards you, and then inhale as you circle them out and round. So it's drawing both legs towards you, and then circling them out and round. So it's entirely up to you how big you want to make this circle. If the breathing feels better the other way round, then do it. So if it feels better to inhale, draw in an exhale circle, that's fine. Just make sure you're breathing. So you can make these as big as you like, but you need to be able to breathe. So again, if you're getting to a point where you're having to hold your breath, you've gone a little bit too far. So really use your tummy muscles to draw those knees or those legs towards you, and then circle round. So if you're on the floor without the ball, you're here. So you're drawing towards you, and then circling round. Oh, I think it's harder off the ball. They're drawing in and circling round. Oh, it is. It's much harder on the floor. Yeah, if anyone wants the harder level, get rid of the ball. So let's do 3 more in this direction. Really making sure those tummy muscles are switching on and doing the work. When you finish your last one there, just drop your knees in towards your chest. We're going to do the same in the other direction, and then we're done. I'm going back on the ball. Okay, so be very careful with this one. So this one's harder. So if this feels too much, just stick with the direction that you've just done. So this time you're going to lower your legs away from you as they're together, and then circle up and round. So really, really important that you're breathing, otherwise it is not good for your pelvic floor. So lowering down. So I would exhale as you lower down, inhale as you draw it in. So you might just want to keep this one smaller, so lower a little bit further away and circle in. That's fine. I said just really important that you're breathing. So exhale as you lower, inhale as you circle round. So keep an eye on that spine position. That's it. So again, if any of these don't feel good, either pick a different exercise or just take a breather or just do a smaller version. So another option, if you wanted to, is just to do one leg at a time. If that feels better, that's fine. So whichever version you're doing, let's go for another 3, and then we'll have a quick cool down. Oh, how's the tummies doing? So whenever you finish your last one, just draw your knees in. You can take the ball out if you're on top of it. And just give your knees a little hug and have a little rock side to side. Okay, so stay on the floor. Take one foot down to the floor, lift the other leg into the air, and then holding above or below. You can do this one sitting up if you need to. You're going to gently draw one knee or one leg towards you. So you're not pulling on the back of your knee, you're holding above or below, and just gently drawing it towards you until you feel that stretch at the back of your leg. And again, make sure you're breathing, so really relax your upper body. So release it off slightly and point your toes towards your face. So you're trying to feel the stretch in your calf muscles. Again, you can do this one sitting up if you want to. Okay, release it off, switch sides. So take the other leg into the air. So again, holding above or below your knee and gently drawing it towards you. Or if you're doing it sitting up, just reach towards your toes. So none of this should be shaking. If it's starting to shake, you need to ease off a little bit. And then again, release it off slightly and point your toes towards your face. Okay, release that one off. However you need to do it, you're going to bring yourself into your seated position. So just sit however you're comfortable. You're going to take one hand down onto the floor and reach the other hand up into the air. So really stretch up nice and tall and then take it across. Let's gently switch sides. Take the other hand down, opposite arm up, and then reach across. Okay, release it off. Just give your shoulders a little roll. Get rid of any tension out of your neck, so take your head side to side. And then sit yourself nice and tall, and you're done. Well done. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I shall see you for another class.